All right, so this is what I want to talk about now, right? Because a lot of men have been getting onto me in this thing, right? And I find it hilarious.
I think you're a disgrace.
You think I'm a disgrace? I don't care what you think.
You're a disgrace.
People have been doing way too much, bro. I've been getting messages from accounts that have been formed only recently, and I'm like, you lot aren't even discreet. Yeah, I stand on everything I said.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't understand what the issue is. I stand on everything I said.
But then you know what? So this is for the people that don't know what we're talking about. We did a show, Monday Night Smoke, and I was like,
last week
we did a show, Monday Night Smoke, and Travis, I said, well, where does Usyk rank in terms of if him and Haye fought? Because we need to really understand that one. And I like Haye. Again, came to the show. Thank you, Haye, for coming down. You know, and I rate him as a fighter, right? But I also rate Usyk. And I feel like Usyk is another one. He probably in the Haney camp of someone that is probably disrespected. Doesn't get the respect of like when we talk about heavyweights.
I don't think that's true.
No, they don't acknowledge him.
Who's they?
He's not being acknowledged.
Who's the they? I don't understand. Who doesn't acknowledge you?
Boxing
We acknowledge
community.
it. We acknowledge it.
No,
on this podcast.
On this podcast, that's fine. Boxing community, when we talk about the heavyweights, we almost like he's very much overlooked because remember he's too small. Don't
listen to Tyson Fury's version.
No,
of
but then a lot of Tyson Fury had the crowd. Tyson Fury had the crowd for a very long time.
But look, man, sorry, Tyson Fury's crowd are no officials spokes voice on boxing as far as I'm concerned.
No, because
anyone who's willing to believe his nonsense repeatedly year after year,
it's not about that.
It's not a reliable source.
It's not about that. I'm talking about what they've witnessed Tyson Fury do in terms of the nights that he's had, the fights that he's done well. This is not me now putting up for him. I'm saying when you've seen him in the ring, you can say, well, out of what's been shown, the evidence showed is he's the best of them at the moment.
Absolutely. I'm happy to stand.
There you go.
Yeah.
So when they were talking, a lot of people were saying this is how this looks, and because it took us a long time to accept Usyk is better than AJ. It took us a long time. It's like maybe this is an off day, maybe it's an off day.
Yeah, but okay. So this was after the first fight. I mean, let's not rewrite.
No, but even let's talk about Chisora. And I can go back from Chisora.
You're rewriting history,
I'm
bro.
not rewriting
history.
Yes,
you are, because you're trying to take things into another space, and that's not how it happened.
All right, so talk
after
to me.
Chisora, now I was saying AJ's gonna smoke this brother. If Chisora can land, AJ's gonna land. Boom. Goes into the first fight. AJ fights in a style we've never seen AJ fighting. Very hesitant, very like trying to do the fencing thing. It's like, why did you fight him like that? I'm telling you, if AJ came in properly, he would get it done. And I'm using the example of Lyndon Arthur, Anthony Yard, of a wrong game plan, getting the game plan right and fixing this problem. Right? After that second AJ Usyk fight,
problem is,
you never heard me go in there and say...
The problem that you've made, this is the misstep that you've taken in this moment.
No.
When you talk about Lyndon Arthur couldn't get better.
You're not mixed. No, it's not about what Lyndon Arthur didn't. It's not about them. It's not about Yard. I use them as an example of Yard getting the game plan wrong in the first fight and correcting it in the second. And I said, AJ just needs to do that. Go out there, be on smoke. Cool.
Thank you.
After that fight happened, you've only ever heard me talk about Usyk respectfully.
Now, I know I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm saying now hear me. Even in that thing when he said Arthur had to get his game plan better, I'm saying every single time Usyk's been in there with someone, he gets significantly better. Usyk is always.
So what are we challenging here? No, I'm not challenging that.
No, I get you're not. I'm not saying that you're everyone else. I'm talking about the boxing community. This is not me coming at you. I'm talking about you, dickhead. I'm talking about what do you call it? I'm talking about the boxing community where it's like this guy. I remember the conversation after Chisora. The fighter that we saw, the heavyweight that we saw against Chisora, doesn't exist anymore. He's way better.
Absolutely.
And you can see there's a reason why someone doesn't want to sign the contract.
Even the first heavyweight that he fought was that guy Chad
Wisboon. The guy is just, he keeps getting better. So I'm saying that funny enough, when we have these heavyweight discussions, because no one is saying, when they talk about who can fight Lennox or who can fight for they always pick up Fury. And then you leave this guy out. Somehow it's like, remember, it even took, because he's not the money man. The problem with him is he's got the skills, this, that, and the other. He's not the money man. He's not the face.
Well, he's signed to Skills Challenge.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying before this, he's not the face of boxing. Even now, I'm hearing Deontay Wilder versus AJ is the biggest.
No, but that is the biggest fight because of the excitement value.
And the money, though. I'm talking about money. Yeah, but
it's the biggest money fight because of the excitement value.
There you go.
The gate or pay-per-view is going to be insane for that fight.
No titles.
Because they know guaranteed KO and excitement. Heavyweight boxing is built on that.
But then we should say the same.
No, it's not how it works. No, that's not how it works. A plus B does not equal C in boxing, and we know that for a fact.
But we're saying that it's not going to be a knockout.
When we go down to those
Usyk versus Fury one,
bantam, paperweight, flyweight divisions, some of those guys are extremely skilled.
Yes.
Do you watch? Do casual fans tune in religiously? No, because they don't. But heavyweight boxing, knockouts tend to be the thing.
I agree.
So we know that Fury and Usyk, it's not going to be the absolute barn burner that the casual fan wants to see.
But all they Fury's style has changed.
Because it's undisputed, will we watch? Absolutely. But let's be clear. The fight that's going to be a guaranteed KO, one way or the other, is AJ Wilder, which is why it will sell like that. It's not about the belts.
But what about, because again, boxing is about storylines.
Why is Lomachenko not a pay-per-view star when he was in his
that's
prime?
different. We're not talking about that.
No, it's not. He was the absolute matrix.
I understand, but we're talking about the guy that says he's the lineal and there's the storyline is here. Right now, it's not hard to sell.
It will do well, don't get me wrong.
This one is...
But you compared it to AJ Wilder for no reason.
No, I'm just saying that how Usyk is... I feel like Usyk's been it feels kind of undermined in it because he's got, and then this is where now. So when the main thing we're getting back to Haye. The aim is to get back to Haye. The aim is to get back to Haye, right? Wait, hold on. This is important. It's important. You can get there. You can get there. No, but you're not gonna land. Yeah, there's turbulence. Yeah, getting back to Haye. Getting back to Haye.
Yeah,
Haye, when he went for the top level, he couldn't overcome it. He tried to fight Klitschko, his big challenge, and he couldn't manage it. I'm saying Usyk's top challenge in AJ, he managed it and overmanaged it.
And nothing about AJ would tell you that that's how he'd look against David Haye.
But
so when we're doing fantasy debates, I'm not interested in the stories of their careers. I'm looking at him and what that fight would look like.
And I'm saying
I don't know why we're going the long route.
I'm saying the way, the quickness of how he downloads the footage of whoever he's fighting very quickly in rounds. First, second, he'll understand. He can keep the distance. He could outbox him. Why do you not feel that Usyk cannot outbox Haye?
Bro, in the land of anything can happen, of course he can outbox.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's no confidence that he should be coming with. And that's why
I've got confidence that he would tag him because Usyk is there to be hit. What's wrong with you? He gets hit with everyone. He always takes a big shot from everybody he's been in there with. Whether or not these guys can land anything of super significance, that varies style by style. Tony Bellew could land on him, right? AJ couldn't land on him.
Here again with Tony Bellew.
Tony Bellew could land on him though.
And how did that work for Tony?
Bro, you miss my argument.
No, don't tell me
you miss my argument every single time. No, you don't. Listen, don't cut me off then.
Argument,
let me land.
I don't like it.
Let me land.
I hate your argument.
How about you let me land this plane?
Go ahead, land this plane. I really want to know where we're going.
Cool.
What terminal will you land at?
Coming into land shortly in around 15 minutes. We're currently at 22,000 miles.
Let's go.
Please fasten your seatbelt. No, listen. I bring up the Tony Bellew fight.
Yes.
To say, the shots that Tony Bellew was able to land.
Yes.
Had we switched David Haye for Tony Bellew that night, he would be able to land those.
Okay.
If it was David Haye landing those shots, he would have gone to sleep. David Haye was a far bigger puncher than Tony Bellew, and he didn't play with his food when he was in there with somebody after he'd hurt them. You let David Haye land on you, you're going to sleep soon. So that's why I say he would knock him out.
Okay.
I'm not talking about going 10, 12 rounds. I'm like, no, you're downloading data time is you're in there with a fast starter who doesn't mess around. So that's why I'm like, yeah, he could knock him out.
So Haye's gonna have the better footwork in them early moments. And
when is the last time you watched David Haye to speak about the footwork? He was in there with a broken toe with Klitschko. Go watch how evasive he was in that fight. When he couldn't, obviously there's times where he's falling over because, bro, this is the thing about the toe thing here. And I'm not going to go on the ledge.
I'm not bringing up toe gate.
No, I'm bringing it up.
You're bringing up. I didn't bring up toe gate. I just said,
bring it up. Even in that fight, he still rocked Klitschko at certain moments. Yeah? That was not Haye 100%.
So what do you call it? You're saying
sadly,
Haye
in his
has
career,
better fundamental footwork than Usyk is what you're saying. That's what.
In order to land on Usyk, you need to have better footwork than Usyk.
I'm just saying because
that's not how it works.
I'm saying Usyk is a very skilled opponent,
but he still gets hit. He still gets hit.
I understand that, but I'm saying, so what version of Usyk are we talking about that's fighting Haye? What version of Usyk? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about this current Usyk right now?
Bro, that current Usyk was still getting big shots from AJ landing in round 9 of his last fight, of his last bout. Do I think AJ is a good of a puncher on the offensive as David Haye? No, actually, I don't.
But then Usyk gained confidence. And
it's
he
not
said,
about...
Usyk,
no,
Usyk
but you have to
felt
understand.
like he could take some of the shots that he was getting from AJ. He
Yeah,
said
because...
he didn't feel as much. He didn't feel the shots that how he thought he was going to feel them. That's what he said.
That's fine.
That's the point.
That's fine.
He was willing to take stuff. He was willing to take action that he probably wouldn't have taken before.
And Anthony Joshua don't share many of the same attributes.
So then after he won't allow himself. I'm saying that with certain fighters, you will make allowances to deal with the strengths that they have. It's when same way Haye said, I've seen stuff in AJ where I can exploit those things. The same way with Usyk, he says, okay, I know your game and I know what you're looking for in me. I won't allow you to get that on me. I won't allow you to be in other people get to hit me and land. It's not going to be that kind of fight. It's even when he put Usyk in with Deontay Wilder, he's not going to let Deontay Wilder land. He has to fight a lot smarter. Now, the shots that probably Tony Bellew and AJ and all these other people are landing, they are not going to land because I have to be perfect.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It is.
Well, why is he never perfect in any of the other opponents?
Because
even when he's got the right game plan for them.
Because he could manage.
So you'd go in there with AJ and feel like, yeah, I could just take his power. No, you don't plan for that. You get caught by people like that.
We saw how the fights took a different complexion, each one. We saw in the first AJ Usyk one. He learned a lot about himself and AJ in Usyk one.
Of course.
And he made...
but let's talk about this.
We're talking like he didn't win. He won, bro.
Of course he did.
Everyone that said that's landed on him, everyone that said that's landed on him and has had success.
But when we're doing a fantasy fight,
yes,
right? We're taking just the style attributes and how them man would blend together. Right?
Yeah.
David Haye's not rushing forward to come and go and try and steamroll him. David Haye's a counterpuncher.
So counterpuncher versus the counterpuncher.
He's waiting for his moment.
Wicked. So counterpuncher versus the counterpuncher. Which one is you're going to give it to the more superior boxer, right?
Not necessarily. If one is a devastating puncher and the other isn't, why would I just naturally give it to one? You've got to make sure you contain David Haye. Klitschko was able to do certain things in there, but bro, Klitschko's 6'7".
I can choose the
and he was injured.
If we're saying that's the rule, I can choose the tempo and frustrate you all night for you to come forward and do things that you shouldn't do.
Yeah, but history shows you will give me a moment. You will give me a moment and I will land. And when I say David Haye specifically, you give him that moment and let him land, he's going to end it. Bro, go back and this is why I was like, bro, we do recency stuff here with certain things. And I'm like, no, but go and watch go and look at the
names on thingy, the names on what breed. We got good names. We got names. AJ, we got names, bro. Even what you call it, even I would say that Tony Bellew is heavy-handed.
Bro,
I say Tony Bellew is
not heavy-handed like David Haye though.
But Tony Bellew's heavy-handed.
He's not.
And
Tony Bellew like Haye.
And he I'm not even going to bring it up because I know you feel a certain way. But Tony Bellew beat your guy, bro.
Yeah, when he was old.
Tony Bellew still beat your guy.
Bro, when he was old, fam.
And them heavy hands took David Haye down.
Bro, he put Chisora out in a couple shots.
We talk about Chisora.
No, we're talking about a tough young Chisora.
Rebranded Chisora. Like what?
We're talking about a tough young Chisora, and he put him out in a couple shots. You're talking about David Haye like he ain't got power.
I'm saying I know he's got power. He rotated Valuev. Valuev didn't know his
so I don't understand why you are so.
But Valuev is what we
said
about
Valuev. He's a Neanderthal, bro.
We put too much. Again, I know he can hit.
So that's why I'm like, so when I'm saying to you, he's going to give him a moment, and you're saying, oh, but he's just gonna take it. He's just because. What's wrong with you?
Bro,
that's not how this game works.
You landed that plane at Luton Airport, fam.
Bro,
that's not where people want to be.
Listen, you're in the ocean. You're in the ocean, telling everyone to grab your underneath the seats. There's a thing. Bro, please help yourself before helping anybody else.
I expect he was getting to one of the main ones.
You're chatting, bro. No, you know what it is.
Like
you're committed.
He took us to Stansted.
You're committed,
bro.
To not
no
seeing.
one wants to go Stansted.
No, you're committed to not seeing what I'm saying. That is it.
I heard. Anyway, that's me. You lot in the comment section. Let us know what you're saying. That's a 2 on that's a 2 on the level of the argument we had in Vegas. Out of 10.
Oh, that one was absolutely insane.
That's still, I don't mind you being wrong in this.
Nah, you're very wrong. Listen, I'm happy to stand on that ledge. The comments will back me up. They always do, fam. It's just you that gets abused in the comments, fam, not me, fam.
I don't care. I don't care, fam. It's all your, what do you call it? It's all your Dev Sani burner accounts, fam. Anyway, it's
my,
just you.
My
it's all you, fam.
Dev Sani's burner accounts, yeah. Listen.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.